But that's just it. But that's where the strength lies. That's where that meekness. That's what I talked about Moses. He was before the people. There was nothing that he could hide. Now, why do you think he ran for 40 years? He was exposed. Who better to lead you than somebody who was exposed? Who better to lead you? Got nothing to lose. They face the mirror and say that I ain't about nothing but the Spirit of God in me. That's what Paul says. He glories in his weaknesses. Because he can look at himself truthfully and say, you know what, I ain't about nothing. I'm Paul and I persecuted the church. As a matter of fact, when they stoned Stephen to death, they laid their coats at my feet and I gave them the okay. But the Spirit of God in me, 2,000 years later, we're still going over the letters. Simply letters. Simply letters to the church on how to live our lives, how to exalt Christ, how to be Christ-like. Simply letters. And I'm pretty sure when Paul wrote these letters, he didn't intend them to be a part of the canon of the Bible, but they were simply letters with a sincerity of heart. That's why they still ring true. And the simplicity of heart and the vulnerability. That's why 2,000 years later we're still studying and going over them and trying to get to the bottom of them. Because they're unhuman-like. They're exposed. And when you expose yourself, you shed humanity. You're too comfortable just being a human. So you do human things. Lie, cheat, steal, covet. Human. But love and patience, those things are spiritual. And if you just disrobe, stop being human, elevate, you'll experience these things in the fullness. You're scared. You're afraid. That's all it is. You think that there's something to hold on to. You think your blouse too cute. You think you're too pretty. And it amazes me, like it's mainly women in here. That's crazy. You're too pretty to worship. As a matter of fact, nakedness brings a shame. Nakedness makes people ashamed. You know, in the natural, you know, somebody sees you naked, the first thing you do is cover up. The Bible even talks about Adam and Eve they realized that they were naked and they became ashamed. They were exposed.
Yes, sir.
The human nature. The human nature has to be put to the side. You have to conquer it. All of us have weaknesses. We're born with weaknesses, but that's a part of the purpose. Remember purpose? Growth? Yeah. That's a part of the purpose of your life. That's a part of the reason why you're here. It's to overcome that thing. And you know what it is, 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 you know what it is. You know what that thing is, or those things are for you. Now your purpose in life is through the Spirit to conquer those things. To set out to become conscious of them, because a lot of times we go around and we're unconscious that they're weaknesses. But that's when examining yourself daily, hourly, that's when examining yourself comes into play. You examine yourself, you become aware, and you master it. You still allowing that thing to beat you up over all of these years? You still allowing that one or two things to run you into the ground? You still allowing those 1, 2, or 3 things to be your sorrow story?
Jesus.
But you Holy Ghost filled. But accomplishing nothing. Are you